What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Grateful. I'm out here in the building. What's happening? Welcome to Mansuit Monday. It's your boy DJ Grateful. Getting ready to head to the Jizzab. Slide this thing over right quick. Oh! Thing that dropped again. Let me get this right. Y'all. Sometimes the phone be dropping like that whenever I got the case on it, because the case is thick and the little clamp thing to clamp this phone ain't as strong as it should be, I guess. That's on me. Welcome to a Mansuit Monday, where I'm here to motivate, inspire, and lift you up. Lift you all the way up. I got my lime green and pink on today, and black. That is the color of choice on today with some great pants, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll show y'all the drip when I get to my destination, and y'all can kind of see what it look like from top to bottom. Oath Keeper is in the building. Good to see you, good sir. He rolled this one up. I don't got any particular lesson or anything to talk about today, for real. Maybe I can talk about this past weekend. Matter of fact, I'll talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday there was an embarrassing moment that I had that I'm working on, and everything. And I believe that things are gonna shift and change. I lifted up in prayer, so it ain't gonna be no more of that interruptions and stuff like that. None of that. No more of that. So what ended up happening yesterday is, trying to do parking lot praise with DJ Outlaw, and I was having some trouble trying to get it all together, because what I've been working on with him, because now I also will take responsibility as well, as that some of this stuff that we doing, we go live together, should be some type of practice or some type of meetup and try to figure this thing out beforehand. But I guess that's the beauty of being human, is that a lot of times we show the perfection, but we don't show the mistakes and stuff we do on the internet, because I know we're afraid of being embarrassed and ostracized and all that type of stuff. But I made a mistake right there on the live, so I was testing it out, and I went live maybe twice yesterday. Actually, a total of 3 times. And so the first couple of times, it was just trying to test the audio and make sure everything was good, because what I was trying to make sure is that DJ Outlaw's live, our audio was good, because we were working on audio, and sometimes he would sound a little bit muffled, or he'll sound low or something like that. So I was trying to make sure that the audio settings was good on his end and on my end. So I was testing it out to make sure the audio was good. I had good volume on it. I was just trying to make sure it didn't sound muffled, and it seemed like things was straight. I said, okay, I think we in good shape. So that was after like this, 2 times I went live. Because what I had to do is, normally what I do is I put my phone on display. My phone is connected to my DJ stuff, and that's how you hear the audio and everything. You'll see me jumping around doing what I do, and you'll hear the audio. But what I did was, once I went live on there, I had to use his phone, walk to the side, pull his phone, and checked it out to see, hey, what's this thing sound like? What does this thing look like? And I was trying to make sure the audio was good and everything was straight. I said, okay, cool. So we finally got that figured out. Third time I went live is when I went live on the live that's waiting. So I usually try to set up my lives in advance so that y'all can see, hey, I'm going live at this particular day, particular time, and that way y'all can tune in. So what ended up happening was I went live, and it was kind of shaky. The audio was kind of acting a little weird, but on the playback I could hear where the music was coming through, and DJ Outlaw was doing his thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. So kind of hear it's kind of shaky a little bit, but I think things gonna fix up. So we good. It was crazy immediately, and we made our transition audio wise, right? So it was my time to go ahead and DJ, and then what ended up happening, it was as soon as I started playing my audio, there was no sound that was going through. And so what's crazy is that there was no sound going through, and I'm running around dancing, having a good time, thinking that people can hear it on the other side what was going on, but nobody heard nothing. I'm like, oh shoot. But I didn't know that at the time. So this whole time I'm playing music thinking everything is good, and it wasn't. Now normally what I'm doing is whenever I go live, I have the screen facing like this, facing me, so that way I can see the comments, I can see what's going on, I can see people, I can see myself, make sure everything is good on the settings and stuff like that. So the problem with that is I know it doesn't always give the best 100% visual. I wish it was more of an HD visual, but front face cameras don't always have the best visual, even on an iPhone. But it was facing me, And so what happened is, the way I was facing, the sun was kind of blinding. So I had my sunshades on, which are dark, and then the sun was blinding, so I couldn't really see the screen. And so normally I kind of peek the screen every now and then to see what's going on. Y'all can hear me right now though, right? Please tell me y'all can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Cause what if I'm doing the same thing and I'm explaining y'all what's going on and it's the same thing? You can hear me, right? Please tell me you can hear me. Okay. Anyways, let me get back to my story. So audio wasn't okay, you can't hear me. All right, thank you. So yeah, so the sun is beaming. I got my sunshades on, which is dark. I can't really see the screen. So I'm thinking everything is cool. So I'm jumping around doing my thing, and almost about 20 minutes later in the video, I had my live connected to my computer, so that way I could see the comments there too, right? And so I didn't really look at the computer screen because I'm busy mixing. I got people around me, you know, talking to me and stuff like that. And so I'm multitasking. Bet. Appreciate you. So I'm multitasking. So I'm mixing music, you know, and these days songs are short. You know, songs be like 2.5 minutes long, so it don't take long to make a transition. So you got to make sure the music's good. I'm talking to people. I think everything is cool. I finally look on the computer screen, and I got like all these comments like, hey, yo, no sound. I can't hear you. I was like, dang, man. I like, that's crazy work, man. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. It is what it is, because ain't no point. Because I'm doing this, you know, I want the music and everything and audio to be heard. And if y'all can't hear me, then like, what's the point? And so I was like, dang. So was I embarrassed? Not necessarily, but I was more like, but dang. Like, this is kind of a wasted live, you know. But so that, needless to say, that live will not be uploaded because, you know, this you see me jumping around, but it ain't really nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as y'all's point of view to what you see on the screen, ain't nothing really to see. So I'm like, well, I might as well just get rid of this joint. But I just learned, man. It's like, all right, I got to make sure that I check everything. And I just believe this is not gonna happen no more. You know, I have a goal for subscribers by the end of the year. I have a goal to be able to you know, continue to do my podcast, continue to you know, to display this really dope music that I've been discovering over the past really 13 years of my life, that I've been trying to, like, you know, kind of get to y'all, because a lot of people really don't know about this kind of music. So I just be trying to display it. Hey, something you may want to put on the playlist. So I made it my mission to make sure that I display this stuff, and I want y'all to be able to hear it. Some people might like it, some people don't like it. And if you don't like it, that's cool. Nothing wrong with it. Not every song and not every style of music is everybody's preference. So you happen to be a stranger to get onto my live and you hear something you don't like, you may not like it, you may just move on. And that's what, you know, that's what some people do. But then there are some people who be like, oh, yeah, I like this. But then it's also exciting when people do recognize the music, because when I look at the, I was trying to make my right turn, but they in the way. Let me do this. Let me move it. Try to slide over. Get into the next lane. So yeah, when people do know the music, I'm like, yo, that's dope. And so, for example, right, the last mix that I did when I was at the gym, I was playing some music, and there was a couple people. Actually, it was one person that was recognizing, you know, artists I was playing. I was like, all right, bet. And so, and you know what? And because I was excited, I was like, you know what? He knows this kind of music. He had made a request for. He wanted to hear some Forrest Frank. I was like, you know what? I got you. Which I don't always take. I usually don't take song requests like that, because truthfully, you know, the music that I play, some people don't know what it is. So when people get on my live and they want to hear the baby, or they want to hear all that, I don't play that. That's not what I play, personally. And some people are like, well, why don't you play, you know, some of the recognized music? I'm like, well, I could, and it'll probably work, and it'll probably get, you know, people on the live turned up and all that good stuff. Yeah, but then I'll just be like everybody else. I'll be like every other DJ that's playing music. And so, you know, what makes me stand out as a DJ if I'm doing what everybody else is doing? I just prefer not to do that. I prefer to do what's different for me and take the slow route. So it may be a slow transition to, you know, build up the community of people that like the kind of music that I play. It may take some time, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with taking the long route to building a community of people that enjoy what I do and enjoy what I play. Well, I can take the quickest route to get to 1 million subscribers by playing what everybody else is playing, but I don't see fulfillment. And for me personally, I don't see fulfillment in that. For me, can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. I don't see no fulfillment in that. I want to do something different. I want to be different. So I'm gonna do something different and see how it goes. And if it wasn't working, maybe I would do something else. But thankfully, it is working. And so, because it is working, I'm gonna do what I do and just enjoy myself and have fun with it. So, prayerfully, hopefully, there'll be no more audio issues. I'm choosing to believe that ain't gonna be no more audio issues, and everything gonna be good. You feel me? Everything gonna be straight, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling and having a good time with it. And so, with it being Monday, I hope that y'all are willing to dress up, get right for the right. Because it's Monday. The Mansuit Monday is about motivating you, wanting to dress up and give your best production at work every Monday, because Monday is a day that a lot of people don't like. So I want you to give your best production on a Monday and make it do what it do. Let's see what we got. Oh, it turned green. I gotta go. But yeah, I want y'all to be the best y'all can be on today. I want you to encourage a fella. Hashtag encourage a fella, you know what I'm saying? Because this is about motivating men, to motivate each other. Building a community of motivation for one another. So, encourage other men. Encourage somebody today. Encourage one of your buddies. Encourage a stranger. And it might be uncomfortable to you, because you may not be used to being told to encourage somebody, but that's my suggestion for you today. Reach outside of your comfort zone. If that's not what you normally do, encourage somebody today. You know what I'm saying? Plant that seed. We all need encouragement sometimes. Even I need encouragement. So even though a lot of times I play the encourager to encourage other people, you know what I'm saying, I need it too. So I'm always, grateful for those, who encourage me as well. I see it on the lives and stuff like that. I see it in real life. I've been encouraging people for a while. And I didn't always see the encouragement back really right away, but it took some time. But I stayed consistent with it. And then thankfully, people, encourage me as well. And so I just want to encourage y'all, to be the best that y'all can be. And just encourage you to believe it's going to be a good day. Sometimes we wake up with some challenges, but you know what? We're going to get through them. Every day is an opportunity to maybe jump over a hurdle. But jump over that hurdle. You see that hurdle coming? Jump over that thing. Or it might pop up out of nowhere. Like, I ain't really see this coming, but I'm going to make it through it. Even with, like, my truck, right? So I had some issues with my truck. And I needed to get something fixed on it. And so the mechanic fixed it. But, of course, I needed to pay him. And so I figured I had some money coming. And I didn't have it coming. And so I was like, well, dang, I'm going to get this truck fixed. I need to get this thing out the shop. So I ended up calling my pops. I said, yo, I said, can you help me out? So I ain't got it this time, son. I can't help you. I said, all right. I said, it's all good. God gonna make a way. So, I definitely made some phone calls, and but God made a way, and I was able to go ahead and get the money for the truck, so that way I can get it fixed and keep it rocking and rolling. I forgot that was the reason it was the reason I was telling y'all. I can't even remember now. Oh yeah, my point is that everything's gonna be all right. Sometimes things look hopeless, and that truck could have been sitting there for a minute, and I would have continued to try to get a ride to get to work, or figure out how to take this bus and all that. But it worked out. So all that is just to say that you may have some challenges going on your life, even on today, but everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be all right. And sometimes we just need to hear something just as simple as that. Everything's gonna be all right. I know it's challenging. I know you may not understand. Yeah, I know you may not get it, but everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna work out. My Bible tells me that everything works together for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. And I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. So, because He takes care of me, I believe He's gonna take care of y'all too. He's gonna take care of His people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really the challenge I had on yesterday, and then just the reasoning for make sure we keep this Mansuit Monday thing going, just to keep people encouraged and stuff like that. I work in both jobs today, and I'm gonna hit the gym afterwards. At least that's the plan. So we gotta do away with the excuses and why we not hitting the gym or figuring out a way to work out and be physical. We want to get right. A lot of people be having goals and stuff like that. You got physical goals. You want to be right. You want to look right at the beach and stuff like that. You got to get your body right, but you got to make some changes. You got to change that diet up. You got to hit the gym. But you got it. And so if you can get it, and just like I was saying before, I think in a different video, I was like, you may be able to start with somebody going to the gym, and then sometimes they might fall off. But just because they fall off don't mean you need to fall off. Like, keep going. Keep going. Stay healthy, get right, and then be able to help somebody else. You just never know. It might be all kinds of like tricks and like opportunities, different things you might learn when it comes to working out. They might work for you, and you might be able to help somebody else. And it feels good to be able to help other people. And so sometimes we in a society where we want to be selfish and we want to just keep it all to ourselves. You just don't know the blessing that comes with being able to help other people and bless other people. Like, it feels good to help other people. Like, it feels real good. So do it. Help other people when you can. Lift somebody else up. It's worth it. And I just found that it's really worth it, for real. I'm to my destination, about to make this right turn. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. We almost there. And I'm gonna get out and show y'all the drip. Whoever wanna stick around long enough to see what I got on. So I got on this green, lime green jacket. I got on like a light pink shirt. I got a light pink pocket square. I got a lapel pin. I may not be able to see it all right now. The words is in the way on the screen, so I can't see. Y'all know if y'all can see as much on here. But y'all see the whole thing. And then I got on some black shoes, black socks. I decided to throw it off a little bit. I threw on some gray pants. Some gray pants what I got on today. And then I got my black tie. And I actually got on a vest today too. Throwing my vest on today. It's a different little combination. I'm playing with some colors sometime. Figure some stuff out. I don't know if y'all got a friend that appreciate you. I don't know if y'all got a friend that you got a what's the word? Can't think of the word right now. A friend that just know how to dress, for lack of better words, right? It's somebody you can take to a men's warehouse, or you can take to a men's department store where y'all can kind of figure out, like, what kind of color combinations and stuff work. Because we all need a suit. You need a black suit. If anything else, if you ain't got no other suit, you gotta have a black suit. Man, you gotta have a black suit. You need that for every occasion, whether it be a funeral, whether it be a job interview. You know what I'm saying? A black tie event. You gotta get a black suit. But I know a lot of people like to follow the Steve Harvey method, which I think is not a bad idea. All four of those colors can really be interchangeable, and you can really play with some stuff. Get that black suit, get that navy blue suit, get a brown suit, and get a cream suit. You get all four of those, you can play around. Ain't be twisting and turning. I'm about to party, y'all, so y'all can see the drip. Y'all just hold on real quick. Hold on. I also wonder what's going on across the street over here. They got this set up where there's empty kind of parking space in the parking lot, and they got somebody that's selling rugs. Like, they got a whole big tent set up, and people out there selling rugs. I guess fancy rugs. It's different. I wonder if they making money out there, because I ain't never really seen anybody look like they shopping over there. I don't know. 10:06. All right. All right, man. So it's time to show y'all the drip. Ooh. The moment we all. Here we go. The moment we all been waiting for. Let me fix this right quick. So yeah, this is what I got going. Y'all can kind of see the display. I'm glad that the wind ain't blowing too crazy. I look like it might rain a little bit later on. I don't know what the weather looking like out there for y'all. Okay, so here we go. This is the display we got going on, so I can see it all. Again, the sun blinded me. It's hard, and I can't really see the screen like that. But hopefully y'all can see the drip. I can see it like that. But that's what I got going. Like I said, playing with some colors and putting together some combinations. Maybe I can catch some ideas out of what I got going on right here. I'm gonna take a quick walk with y'all. Yeah, we good. Wind ain't blowing like that. I think I'm in a good spot. The screen, make sure that the screen's what it is. Can't really see y'all like that, but see the same way the screen looks like right now, where I can barely see the words, I can barely see myself on the screen. That's how it was yesterday, like when I was DJing. Like I couldn't really see nothing. I was thinking everything was good, and audio wasn't working. Crazy work. Let me see if I can get to a place where I can see myself better. Where we at? Sun is beaming. There we go. That ain't working. Oh well. Anyways, I don't know if I got anything else really. I just want to kind of just say that, kind of tell the story about what happened yesterday and everything. Yesterday was a little wild, but you gotta learn your lessons. So I think it's important that when these different life challenges happen, let's try to see the lesson in it. Otherwise you find yourself in the same merry-go-round, facing the same challenges over and over and over, and wonder why things ain't changing. Well, there's some lessons you got to learn out of these moments. You're dealing with the same kind of people, or you dealing with the same kind of crazy relationships and stuff like that. Notice the patterns. Notice the patterns in your life, and to just take a step back and just really start thinking about, like, what kind of people do I have in my life? What kind of situations am I in? You know what I'm saying? When I get to workplace, every time I go to work the place, you start thinking about, nobody ever likes me. Every time I go work in these places, and nobody ever likes me. Nobody ever likes me. Are you ever taking a step back and be like, you know what? You might have to consider, what am I doing? Am I doing something to cause people not to like me? You know what I'm saying? Because I know we can take that victim mentality and think that we perfect. I get it. I've been there. But sometimes you gotta take a step back and take accountability. Is it something that I'm doing wrong? Am I bringing something to the workplace? What's that? Am I bringing something to the workplace that could potentially be toxic? You know what I'm saying? And then once you figure that out, don't feel bad about it necessarily. It's like, all right, I got to make some changes. So obviously, I'm bringing the wrong attitude when I get to these places. Maybe I'm shoving people to the side. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm disrespecting people. That type of stuff, man. Potentially, you could be on your own downfall. But good news is you still alive. You got an opportunity to make something, make a change, do something different. And once you make that change, do something different, you might go to the workplace and realize, all right, not everybody against me. Maybe some people really do like me. Maybe I can make some friendships out of this. And then I'm wrong with that. You feel me? Let's see. Going back up, see a couple comments now. What's up with the headliner? What we got? Bet. But the headliner says Mansuit Monday, so hopefully that's fully explained now. Let's see. Thumbs up for the channel. Appreciate you. Wow. Plinka said they wish they was black and successful like you, but I'm white and poor. What's your definition of success, man? But I appreciate you. I'll take it. If I look successful to you, then I'll take it. I appreciate it. Now, as far as the color of your skin, you were born whatever skin color you were born, whatever race you were born. You ain't got no control over that. But you can absolutely take whatever God's giving you as far as your race, as far as your color or whatever, and you can make something out of it. So don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the poor thing, I don't know where you are or what kind of decisions that you're making, but the way you manage your finances is extremely important. And a lot of times, some of us aren't properly taught how to manage finances, and so you got to start living by, delayed gratification, and actually, putting money off to the side, getting side hustles, different things like that, get yourself out of debt. You got to make some sacrifices. You may have to not get into certain activities and stuff like that for a while, just so you can get your finances and everything right, and learn how to manage those finances better. And so I've gotten to a season where even sometimes I can't participate, right? Like, I'm thinking about how, like, I want to do better with my finances, and not just always every time an opportunity pops up that I got to go ahead and spend some money. So I'll give you an example, right? So I had a buddy of mine. He wanted to go see the Fantastic Four movie, right? He's like, yo, we trying to see that Fantastic Four? I was like, man, I definitely do. Because we had seen a Superman joint, and that Superman joint was fire. I don't know if y'all seen that movie. Superman was fire. And that's a whole conversation in itself. But I'll just say this about Superman. I feel like, my personal opinion, that can be DC's Iron Man if they can build off of this. Apparently, I guess the I don't know if it's a director or whoever was connected to this movie, he did Marvel movies before, and now he did the DC movie. He did Superman joint. If they were to build off of this movie, that they can be just as successful as the Marvel movies if they build off of this. That's just my personal opinion. But we can talk about that on a different video. But back to my point. He wanted me to see he's like, yo, you trying to see the Fantastic Four? I was like, man, I definitely do. I said, you know what? I'm gonna pass on it this time. So I appreciate the opportunity, but we'll pass on it this time. Cause I was thinking, $10, $12, $14, that's not a lot of money, right? But I'm thinking about how I want to manage my finances better. There's got to be some times where I need to say no, keep some of this money to the side, and continue to build, get to a position to where, when it's time to take vacations, I can kind of ball out a little bit. Different stuff like that, and just learn these better habits, because like when I do have a family, I got to learn how to manage anyways, right? So I don't want to be trying to learn how to manage money and manage finances while I got a wife and kids. Like, it kind of sounds like a disaster in the making, and maybe a whole season of some messed up situations that I don't necessarily have to go with it if I handle the situation right now. So I decided it'd be better to let's work on these finances. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on getting this stuff right, and then later on I'll benefit. So all that to say that if you're willing to do stuff like that and learn those skills, that I think it'll be beneficial for you. So if you're still on this live, Plinker, then I hope that helps you. Or if anybody else is on the live, maybe that was listening, and I hope that helps. So Plinker said I cannot spend it all on the bucket of white paint. I don't know why, man. Sound like I don't know what you using that white paint for. Sound like an addiction. Timmy 124. I think you were on my previous live before, right? Good to see you, Timmy. Good to see you back. Ted say, amen. Appreciate you. Triple Gun say hello, brother. Dan Anderson said share it out and smash likes. Appreciate you. Thank you for the love. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't have control over a certain amount of factors, in this life, but what you do have control over. Control of, take advantage in a good way. And so some valuable advice that was given to me by a buddy of mine, right? He was telling me that his dad always stayed dressing right. Like, his dress game was always on point. And he had other things going on in his life that it was always on point. He never understood why. So one day he asked his dad, like, how do you stay so fresh? How do you stay so clean? All that type of stuff, right? So what his dad told him, he said, whenever I want to up my game on certain things, I find a place to work at that has those that sells those type of things, and then you get employee benefits, and then you get discounts, and so then I'm able to get access to that stuff at a cheaper price, and I can learn about how this stuff works. I'm like, yo, that's genius. I was like, and it might sound like simple advice to y'all, but I was like, yo, that's fire. So for example, right, let's say you want to step your game up, and this is kind of what I was thinking about, even with like my health and my dress game. So I wanted to step up my dress game, and so I started working at a men's department store that sold the type of stuff that I wanted to wear, and so I'm able to get discounts, and then I'm able to, learn about how this stuff works, how to properly put together a fit, and then it was two birds with one stone. So I got a discount, and I was able to step my dress game up, and then likewise with my health. I wanted to step my health up. I wanted to be able to hit the gym. I wanted to learn how to kind of get education, learn how this stuff works. And so I started working at a health store. And so I get discounts on the health products and vitamins and stuff like that. So I'm able to learn how, this stuff works and what works well for your body and all that good stuff. So that I'm able to step it up. So yeah. So taking advice of working in places, even if it's only temporarily, because he was telling me that his dad didn't always work there for a bunch of years. He might only be working at a a men's clothing store for like 6 months, at part time. But he's got access to the discount, even though he's part time, and he's making money, and he's getting education. So I'm like, yo, that's a fire idea. So I was like, well, why don't we do that? If you're interested in certain things, like you want to learn how to cook or something like that, why not work at a I don't know, a Chinese buffet kind of place, like a Panda Express or something. Like I want to learn how to make Chinese food better. So working at a place like that temporarily, getting the education on how that stuff kind of work, learning the ingredients and all that stuff. I'm just saying that's an interesting idea that I was thinking, and based off of his advice, I'm like, maybe this will help somebody. So I wanted to kind of tell y'all that. That's really it. Other than that, I just want y'all to have a fantastic day. I appreciate you, Old Keeper. I'm gonna have a fantastic day at work for sure. It's gonna be a good day. I appreciate y'all always for tuning in. Even for the new ones that come in, don't really know what's going on, but I'm like, I think I can find some value into this. So I appreciate you for seeing value in these videos, and hopefully that makes y'all curious enough to see some of the other videos I'll be having going on. And so let's see, the music and all that. So pull up radio show hopefully tomorrow, because it's looking kind of weird today. The cloudiness, I don't know if it's gonna rain and all that, but tomorrow I still plan on doing a pull-up radio show, so hopefully y'all can tune in and check that out. And you kind of see, if you go through if people take the time to go through my videos, you'll really know and see what I got going on. Like, it's not, you won't be completely in the dark. All you gotta do is really just look on my page and you'll see what I got going on. But I plan on doing the pull-up radio show tomorrow. So hopefully I can do that. And then on Friday, I definitely plan on being at the gym again. At least that's the plan. So hopefully I'll be at the gym again, playing some music and hanging out with y'all once again. And I definitely want y'all to tune in. Hopefully you like what you hear. If you don't, hey, it is what it is. But that's really all I got for y'all on today. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll see y'all the next Mansuit Monday. Let go.